City Skylines 2. We are back with another live stream. Yo, Sandip, you're first. What's good, my man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing alright, mate. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being first. You're a legend. Hey, whoa, we're all influxing now. We got a bonjour, a hello, and then a hello. How we doing, everybody? Le Petit Fuelelas. Don't know how to say that. Calexio. Idif Lomas. I hope I'm saying these mildly close to being correct. Probably not. How's my day? Well, first of all, how is my audio? Can you hear me okay? Is it good audio or not good audio? I have done the sinful thing of not checking my audio before I went live because it's been a while since I've been on the mic. Yeah, it's good. Nix, hi, how you doing, man? Good evening, AD. How are you? How was my day? Yeah, it's good, thanks. I've mown the lawn in the garden because that's very exciting. You'll get to this age at one point where you're like, oh, I really like my garden and grass, so I'm going to try and keep it nice. But this is the first time I've mowed the lawn since the summer, so yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. There's a few things that I need to show you. I want to show you. Some of you might actually notice it before others, but I'll just leave this on the screen for the moment and let me see who can spot the difference. What we're going to do today, we're just going to do a few tweaks here and there, do a bit of planning, just do various different things that wouldn't really make it into a full episode. I just want to make some adjustments without having to record a full kind of episode. So that is the plan. We're just going to kind of just do a few tweaks here and there. For example, we're going to move the solar farm. That's pretty simple, and that's not very exciting at all. We're kind of preparing for the future in this live stream. Does anybody notice anything different? Anything around the castle that looks slightly different? Anything at all? Hello, Erika. Welcome. You should build a horse race course. That would be cool, but I don't think we've got enough assets just yet. Anything different about this? The terrain, yes. Spot on. Sandip, you are on fire, my friend. The cliffs around the castle have changed, and this was a nightmare to do, but I thought I'd try it and kind of show you and see what you guys think. I think it looks quite cool. It looks a little bit different. The terrain certainly looks more like cliffy and a bit more deadly to try and invade as such. Yeah, hi Nick, if I forgot to say it. I'm pretty sure I did say it, but come on, it's your mum's name. What's your name then, Sandy? Everything's all good over here in Little Brixham. Everybody is hard at work in the town. Looks nice and cool still. Nice little traditional British town. Coastal seaside town. I think it still looks pretty decent over here. A big nature park, you think? Your name is Javen. Cool. Nice name, Javen. You're excited to see what will happen on the other side of the river near downtown. I think everybody is that excited for that. You should buy the game. You should buy the game. Just ignore the negative reviews that everybody seems to give. It's actually a good game, and I really enjoy it. There are a few issues, like with everything. However, it's great fun, and as you can see, there's enough to do in the game for me to record and upload and have great fun. We've still got the fish and chip shop over here. Chinese restaurant, takeaway, espresso, loads of cool stuff. Oh, somebody's brought their Bugatti Chiron to the beach. What a leg end. Absolute leg end. But yeah, this is nice little Brixham. Still looking good. Nice, nice, nice. Not much has gone on over here, to be honest with you. I haven't really touched this area. We've still got the football stadium, which looks pretty cool. If you're wondering why there hasn't been a video recently, it's because I've been out of the country, so I haven't actually been able to record at all or play. So it's what it is. Build a media city. That would be cool. That would be cool. But doesn't the city just look amazing, especially from this angle? It just looks huge. Obviously, once we start building on the other side of the river, it will look even more mega. As you can see, St. Paul's Cathedral on the other side of the river will eventually look really awesome as well. So I'm pretty buzzing for that. But yeah, this is still same old, not really changed much around here. The hotel is still on the hill, just chilling. Nobody's deciding to fish off the pier today, though, which is a bit bizarre. Have I been in Wales? No, I haven't been in Wales. Although technically that is out of the country, but no, I have not been in Wales. I have been somewhere warm. Maybe a little bit too warm. My skin doesn't agree with the weather. And yeah, we don't really look at it from this angle. We always kind of look at it from the riverside. So let's just take in the views. My awesome panoramic skills with my shaky hands. How's that for a panoramic? Looks pretty good, if you ask me. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. And then this is going to be the gem of the city. This is going to be the absolute gem. Once we finish or start building out this area, it's going to look fantastic. Oh yeah, I've added some stairs here. As you can see, I've just added a few stairs down to this kind of lower sort of level pier. And then at each end, there's a little ramp as well. So that you can ramp down and ramp down on the other side as well. So that's cool. Probably not far away from Iran. Oh dear. To be fair, it probably wasn't that far away, to be fair. And then over here, our recycling centre has gone on steroids while we've been away. So yeah, it's a bit bigger because the capacity needs to go up, but it's all right. I know that the green people will absolutely shout at me for putting hazardous waste next to this little river, but don't worry, it's just a game. Shh, don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone. And you'll also notice over here where Blackwood will be, let me go here. So the village of Blackwood is basically here, where we're going to build it. Obviously, we've got Blackwood Forest, which will be our forestry industry. Blackwood Quarry, which will be our stone and minerals and all that good stuff. So that'll be exciting. I want to do that, but I just feel like there's so much to do that we just need to work our way towards it. So I've tried to just add a few connections. So this will make sense. So we've got this first connection just because it'll be nice, easy access into Blackwood, the town itself. And then we've got a nice connection here, which will make it easy for our forest industry and trucks to just jump straight onto the A43, which is this road. Over on this end, it will make sense. I've kind of got the same design, but the plan will be the solar farm is going to be moved. We're going to run this road. Let's get a better angle. We're going to run kind of a relief road / just another highway or motorway, dual carriageway. That's going to run basically down here, probably curve around the outside and somewhat link straight into here. Just because if you think about it, if you want to come from here and end up at St. Paul's or somewhere over here once we've built that, you're going to have to go down all the way through here, through all of the urban areas where the speed limits are slower, over the bridge, and then you'll eventually get there. But with this, you can just go meow. So that would make sense. And then train line, as you can see, this is stretched out a little bit. So we're also going to have a train service that runs to whatever may appear here in the future. I'm kind of holding off because I want to build a nice train station in this area as well for the new DLC to come out on the 18th, which it's only 4 days away. So potentially we could think about doing that. So yeah, the initial plan is we're going to move this somewhere else, out of the way, get out of here, and then we're going to try and sort out some different roads and transport. But Blackwood, there's a cool story behind Blackwood. I won't go into it too much, but there's going to be a manor house. Blackwood used to be, there used to be a family that owned the manor house within Blackwood. And they owned all of the industries around the outside, all the forestry and all the mines, and they had poorer people working for them until that all changed one day. But I won't tell you why that changed or how it changed. But that's for the future. I'll let your mind run wild with what could have possibly happened to the Blackwood family that used to live in the great manor of Blackwood. But let's start off by moving this. We should probably find somewhere decent to put it. And my first thoughts were potentially if we actually slapped it kind of on this cliff edge over here, because it's nice and out of the way. Oh, look at the view of the city. Wow, wow, wee, wow. That's beautiful. But I think if we just kind of slapped it out of the way over here, it's not going to cause too many problems. But, you know, I think it would be quite a nice area, unless anybody's got any other alternatives. You could also have it over here, but I feel like we're just going to have to move it again at some point if we build out all over here. I don't really want it on these cliffs. I think this is probably the best sort of place to put it. And I think that is probably where we're going to have it. Yes. One thing that would be perfect for the city would be an old British university. Well, let me tell you, King Edward University is an old British university, as you can see. Very old, very British, very cool. We do have it. That was one of the first things we built, I think, actually, King Edward University. But I do like it. It looks pretty cool. But let's start by moving this solar farm. We could just move it, but I don't know if I actually want to do that. I might just rebuild it, to be honest with you. So let's start off with some terrain. Oh my goodness. Oh, where are we going? Look at the sky. Let's look at this terrain. This is going to be pretty grim. Sip of my drink. That's already flat there. It's all pretty horrendous, really, isn't it? We might... Let's see how big the solar farm is. Oh, they're not actually that big. So we could actually just use this space here. What we drink today, we got Dr. Pepper. L-Doc is here, hydrating me with some goodness. Very good. Right, let's think. So actually, this is a pretty decent spot for it. Because it's already flat, so we don't have to terraform too much. And we could probably fit a few in here, and then we terraform a little bit. It'll be quite cool. Maybe we should use this area, because it's kind of naturally gifted to us to build here. So I feel like that's kind of a sign to say, just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Yes, exclusive royal housing. That'd be pretty cool. And look at that green name to show that you're an absolute legend of being a channel member. Thank you so much. I'm going to try and say your name now. Kenturius McCoy Pendleton 2482. I think I nailed that, to be honest. Let's just draw this back just a little bit more, because we ideally want to fit 4 solar farms in here. And judging by the size, we should be able to do it, in theory. So let's actually start from this end. We can always adjust the terrain, which is a good thing. So let's go with 1. And I'm just going to lay down a little road here, just kind of as a skeleton, a sketch, so that we know that we can kind of keep it in line. So that's 1. We might have another... Oh, we probably don't need another road in the middle, do we? To be honest with you, we probably don't. We're just wasting kind of space. But I might do it anyway, because I don't care about the rules. I'm a cool kid. I'll do what I want. Do another little road here. And then one more little road here. And then finally, it's actually like pretty much the perfect fit, unless we want to maybe increase our power output and double up, which is a possibility. Because then it's not all facing one way. Nedman is a baddie. Hey, JMF Aquatics, welcome to the stream. I mean, it doesn't make sense to have them facing different ways, does it? Because they all technically they all need to be facing like south or whatever. I'm not very infrastructurally really sound. I just like building things that look nice. If I'm being completely honest with you. Something like that. Sajitha, Rizwan, welcome. Hey bro, how you doing? Same way is better. Glad you agree. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is great. Fantastico. Right. One thing I did not think about is water. Because obviously we've got a couple of water plants up there. See, if we actually built it there like originally planned, we might have been alright. Is there anything that we can use to just pull water out of thin air? Basically, no is the answer, really. I mean, we could just make a little, very small, kind of mountainy sort of road path to a little water plant here, couldn't we? That would be fine, no problem at all. Okay, so we need to get our power down to everywhere else. Let's just hook up all of these like that. And what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to drag it straight out so that we can sell it. Because we are disgustingly greedy for cash. And then from there, we've got a transformer station tucked away over here. So we're just going to hook. Or do we want to add in a little transformer station somewhere else? Probably somewhere kind of really discreet would be nice, right out the back of town. To be honest, probably there, because it's right out the back with our little takeaway spots. And we can hook that up. Just kind of bring that up here and then around, hopefully. Just into there would be nice. Some nice underground power cables. That should link up the rest of the city, fingers crossed. Should be alright. I don't see any issues that should arise there. You need sewage and all that jazz, don't you? It's very needy, this place, isn't it? You can't just place things down. They always want something, but never give anything in return. Boo. I think we should probably actually just drop it down the hill and slap it right into the edge there so that we have to build the least amount possible, which is good. Upgrades, what have we got? We'll grab that. Do we want any battery stations? We'll decide on that later. We'll do all of these upgrades like that, which is great. And then we want to try and hook this road all the way around. just like that. Just so that all the works people can have nice ease of access to every part of our solar farm. Okay, getting there. No dramas. Ring doorbell says there's a person at my front door. Who are you? Let's have a look, shall we? Shame I can't stream it. Who is it? It's okay, it's just a neighbour. No stress, everybody, no stress. Alright. So now we need to try and... Ooh, laggy. Figure out some sort of connection here on this road that seems like two people use it. We don't really need anything important, do we? We just kind of need... You know what, I'm actually not that bothered about this connection at all, because we're never really going to look at this place, are we? So even if I just did that, it would kind of make sense. As long as we... that's fine. Yeah, that's good. And all of these are fine. We'll just remove the unsafe turns because we like safety. Safety is important. And we'll just remove the unsafe turns here. Fine. Hopefully you should start pumping some gas. And then we'll smooth out this terrain that we have messed around with. All up around the back. Just like that. That's probably about it, to be honest. Doesn't need to be too much. And what we might do with this space here is we could just add maybe just a couple of battery stations. Potentially... So if it hooks up that way, what we'll do is we'll just place one here. And then we'll run a little pathway up to you. And we might just add another small one on the other side. Just like that, so we have all of the battery power in the entire world that we need, which is great. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. And what else did we want? We're going to need some sort of fire coverage up here because it is so far out of the way that we just need a little bit of help from our friends. And there's a couple of cool new assets which have been added to the PDX mods. I can't even say it. An fire station that holds 2 fire engines and can provide extended coverage to metropolitan areas, industrial airports, blah, 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 blah. So I think if we just added like this small little gaff for our firefighters, it's part of this, which is pretty cool, but I don't think a hill in the United Kingdom should be called Parc des Bombers. Doesn't really fit the theme, you know. But that's a beautiful asset, though. We can just appreciate that. So I think if we just added a very small one of these, I always do this. I just can't ever decide what I'm going to do because I'm a bit of a loser. I'll just add one of those there. Can that be upgraded? It can. What does it do? Disaster Response Office. Should we add one just for the pure banter? I think we should. Then we've got a little bit of fire coverage up here, which is great. Why you discontinue Starfish Point? I love it. I know. I loved it as well. It is technically still alive. I just like Kingsmere more at the moment, so I'm just trying to play Kingsmere, to be honest. To be completely honest with you, can we put like a toll booth A tool shed? Yeah, whatever. That sounds about right. Can I use the port entrance without using the port entrance, if you know what I mean? Where are you? Where are you? Come on, port entrance. Trying to build an airport? Yeah, we'll add an airport in at some point once we get that sort of way. Why can't I find the... I actually can't find the port entrance, and I know that it's going to be something simple that I'm just not typing in. We'll just try gate. Come on, where are you? Oh, there's a medium, but it still looks like it's gonna port me up. That's a small one. Should we just try and whack it in and hope that it actually is fine and doesn't require any sort of anything? That'll be good. Let's try that. We'll put it here. And just pray that it doesn't cause chaos for us. Come on, man. Let me be. We want that nice and central. I mean, that's not really central, but it will do the job, I hope. I mean, it does the job. Hopefully we won't actually cause any problems with having that there. What, all of you? Are you taxis? They're just taxis everywhere. A little bit of that. I mean, it doesn't need a massive amount of detail up here, I'm not going to lie. Because it kind of just is what it is. What was I going to do next? Net lanes, dirt, roads. Where are you? Which one should we use? This one? That looks pretty dirty, doesn't it? We will use this one. It doesn't like it that much though, does it? And we'll just run that, even though it's slightly at an angle, just to make it look a little bit better, because the vanilla dirt roads are just not that exciting at all. So we'll just run these the whole way around, just to give it a little bit of life. Meow. And then whack you down here. Dirty, dirty dirt. And then we'll do one from here. Oh, that didn't like it, did it? That went a bit bizarre. Why are you like this? Let's try and pick that up. Oh, I can never remember which one it is to do this. There we go. And then we'll just do that, and hopefully it will like it this time. There we go. It looks much better with that dirt, I think, in my opinion. I could do the middle ones as well, just to double up on the disgusting dirt. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to kind of look the part. There we go. Hopefully that will start doing some cool things. Any ideas of what else we need in here? Anything important that we need that you think I am forgetting? Oh, what the? I actually don't know why I just did that. I genuinely thought, I genuinely thought that that was, these trees were just bugging out, but it turns out it's actually part of the asset, which is quite awkward. Oops. Don't tell anyone. Oopsie. Let me just think about water quickly, because we have got tons of water up here. Do we want to move that water over here? I think we should. I think we should just move it. And we'll just use this same disgustingly dangerous entrance. But remember, this is Britain. Nothing is good. Nothing. Nothing is safe. If you think you're safe, you're not. And then we'll just draw that just into here. Just kind of a disgusting sort of road that kind of just leads to not really much. And we'll just smash out a little bit of water. So that's ground pumping, 75k. Ooh, that's advanced. Oh, but that extracts water from lakes. Other bodies of surface water. So that can't pick up anything underground, can it? I think we kind of just stuck with this one, it seems, to be honest. We don't really have a massive amount of choice. What's my GPU and monitor? I've got a 370 Ti. I think my monitor's 4K. I don't think I play in 4K. I'm not sure. I'm not that technological. I'm just kind of a guy that jumps on and just plays games because it's fun. What is that? Yeah, extra pump. Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. I got to pump it up. And then should we add what processes sewage and purifies it of pollutants, treat water, then pump back into the water network? Yeah, why not? Why not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Let's just... We've probably got to about there. We kind of want... We want it to probably face the other way, to be honest with you. So I might actually just do it like this. Yeah, that makes more sense. We'll do it like that. We'll just bring a small little road out. Small little road out. And then he can live in there. He can live in there. And we're looking relatively watery, I think. Can I just... Oh, don't tell me I can't recolor this. That's really annoying. Really, really annoying. Okay. I mean, there's not really much to this. It's just a very small water plant. Definitely not that interesting. But we should try to make it secure, because I have no doubt that someone somewhere will do something to it because they want to. No other reason. just because they want to. So we're just going to put some dodgy fence around the perimeter, just in an attempt to keep the bad people at bay. And put that there. I mean, it's not God's work, not going to lie, but it will probably do. Then let's just add a couple of... Oh, did I just get rid of gate and then retype gate? Even if I did, don't tell me, I don't want to know. I'm the chief time waster. That is my only good thing in life, is wasting time. And then a little booth as well. Maybe just have... that one's a bit boring. That one's alright. Oh. Stop it. We'll just put one there. And one there. I mean, it will do. It should just give us water. I mean, there's not really much more to it. Water is water. We need water. We have water. Water. Let's just make this road dirty. It's only fair. Dun 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 dun. And we'll bring that as far as we can without it disappearing underground. Under the underground. Come on. Come on. I mean, some of it has worked, some of it has not. For some reason. I mean, it will kind of do. I do like the idea of wind farm. However, the fact that we've already got a massive solar farm, it kind of doesn't make huge amounts of sense to add another one. What I might do though, just over here, is just add this very small little waste collection centre, just to assist with some of the garbage on this side of the sea. Although it is very far away, the other one is literally over there and has to come all the way down here, so it kind of makes sense to just have a few trucks working their way out here. And we can also just add a couple more of these as well, just for kind of safe sort of keeping. And can we just add potentially, is there a dirt footpath? Why is there not a dirt footpath? That's just annoying. Yes. I mean, whatever. And then can we just put path, dirt path. Maybe we'll do this little dirt path. No, that's a little bit too thin. Why are they so thin? That's not going to cover anything, is it? Boo. Maybe we'll just leave it as it is and just pop a couple of bushes. Around here. Like that, just to cover that off just a little bit. Because who wouldn't like to have loads of trees next to their electricity place that might catch fire? Why wouldn't you? You tell me. And we need a little bus stop here so that our lovely people that like to work can actually get here. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long day for everybody walking up here. I'll have in a moment. There we go. We'll just put you here. Maybe here. No, we'll go here. It really doesn't make a difference. I don't know why I'm not doing this. I don't know what my problem is. And then we go here. Where is best for you to perch? I mean, we could just run it down to there and then back, because that route basically connects up. Are you joking? Why can that not cross over? Is it because I've removed it? Okay, wait one, caller. Wait one. Wait one, wait one. It's clearly a me problem. I think that was my fault. I might have deleted something that I shouldn't have. Aha! No stress. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right. Kingsmere Solar Farm. Oh no, which one's which? Alright, that one's still blue, so let's get rid of you. You're now the new Kingsmere Solar Farm. And now we need to rename you the Kingsmere Solar Farm, because that's what it is. That's not a nice 90 degree at all, is it? Alan, Kingsmere Solar Farm. I'm not going to bother renaming. You know what? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Let's just do it. Don't let our dreams be dreams. Barlow Terrace. That sounds right. Kingsmere Pumping Station. Kingsmere Pumping Station. Kingsmere Solar Farm, Kingsmere Pumping Station. I don't see any issues. Does anybody see any issues? Before I just destroy this. Let me just read through the comments. I'd build a little hamlet near or around the solar farm just for a few houses, a local shopping park. Interesting. I don't think anybody would want to kind of live near here, if you know what I mean. I mean, I could build like a very small... I just can't imagine anybody living up here. I know you said like a small hamlet, but I just can't imagine anybody actually wanting to... you know what? You don't let your dreams be dreams. Let's just do this. And this. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Do this. And then let's just grab our UK very small houses and just add very small houses. UK all day. And we want just some small ones. So maybe some 2x2s. Please. We'll make them level 5 because we like to take advantage of our situation. So just like a few here. It's kind of like a military base sort of vibes that I'm kind of getting here because these look like old sort of military houses. I mean, it's very small. Do we want to add a couple more? Maybe a couple along the outside here. Just a very small amount of houses. I don't mind. I think it's okay. It's clearly nothing special or well thought out. It is just a couple gaps for our lovely residents to chillax in. Maybe this could be like a old disused military base that kind of just had these military houses here, and now just a few people live here. Yeah, I don't see why not. I think that's okay. JMF, that was you. Was it your idea? No, it wasn't. It was JD and Coke. What a name again. I remember that name from the last stream. Is that okay for you? Is that a small enough hamlet? It's very small, but kind of does the job. Maybe we should add just a news. A little UK news agents just here. Just so that people can actually live here. There we go. And we got the Royal Mail already going out. Yeah, I think that's all right. A little shot. That'll do. That works for me. Now, on to the good bit. Let's destroy everyone's hopes and dreams and just smash this place up. Get rid of these. Get rid of these. Lots of props here. Don't need you lot anymore. Come on. I don't need this anymore. Oh, go away. Get a life, mate. Boring. Right, there we go. That's away. That's fine. We do have this here, which again can go. Good stuff. Good. Right, then let's get rid of these roads, shall we? I actually can't tell what's roads and what's not now because of all the dirt paths. I feel like I'm just destroying nothing. I don't know what's happening. Fine, we'll get rid of these surfaces as well. Nice fresh start over here, I reckon. Get rid of all of these. I do like these dirt decals. They do look quite good. Get rid of all those. And then let's try and pick up these. Please. Please. Well, that one did it. I'm struggling to get into this one. I'm just spamming, as you can probably hear. These never agree with me. Why don't you agree with me? Oh, why is there random fences here as well? That's not ideal either, not gonna lie. Keep the space and use it as a village. I may do actually, but I need to plan out our road first. This is ridiculous. Why is there just random fences? I know it's because I probably put them there, because nobody else did. But it's kind of annoying having to individually pick all of these up. I'm not gonna lie. How long is that? Very long. Come on. Come on. This is... Come on. This is peak living. This is like the dream. It's what we're all here for, right? That's why we're all watching. Nebman versus Fences. Come on, dude. There we go. Come on. I should rename this stream to how many clicks can I do in an hour? So I am certainly just spamming all of this. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There must be a quicker way to do this. Does anybody know? No? I mean, it's kind of a bit late anyway, isn't it, really? Hello? Delete? What's going on? Come on. Come on, get in there. Yes, go on. Oh, man. Right, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Positive thinking. Positive thinking. I hope the stream hasn't gone down. I don't think it has. It still says excellent. Delete brush mod. Oh. I'll bear that in mind for next time. Because this is just horrendous. Nobody deserves to go through this. Come on. This is the worst experience ever. Maybe Dr. Pepper will help me. Let me sip some. Clearly didn't help. Maybe the close-up is the strat. Oh, praise the Lord. What a treat. What a treat we've had. There's a few like decals and stuff still down there, isn't there? Which we will pick up. What are you? You're just another one of those things. And you are just some surfaces. Fantastic. And we'll get rid of you. Brilliant. Fantastic. Ah, yes. So, those of you that weren't in the stream, is the reason that we're doing this is because we need a connection from here that will basically run down here and hopefully link up here and make it a little bit better for everybody to kind of get around more efficiently, because this area is obviously going to be developed very soon and we need some sort of better connections, because to actually get here is a bit of a nightmare. You've got to go all the way through town from here. So it's just kind of worth having it, and then obviously we want the train line. And it doesn't look normal to have a solar farm right next to quite a nice looking part of the city. So that is kind of the idea. So let's start by thinking about how we're going to do our brand new road. So we kind of want this to slope all the way up from there, really, if we can. Okay, what's going on here then? That's just kind of doing its own thing, really. Obviously we got this connection here. I'm just trying to think about the best sort of way to run it through. I mean, initially anyway, we just should try to use as few turns as possible as he immediately curves the road. And we probably want that to curve up that way. How steep is that? Oh, that's not steep at all. And we want this to run out this way, and we basically want that to kind of drop into here. So let's just pause the game and smash up the place. And just start by bringing this up. And try to hook it into there. Problem that we have here is this junction is not going to be the best thing in the world. I mean, we could roundabout it. Let's change that because that is so ugly. Maybe we'll just do one of those. What's that random tree doing? Get out of here. And all of these random trees as well. Oh man, trees are annoying sometimes. I know it's my fault because it's anarchy, but they are annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a connection. Whether it's a good connection is a different story. But it is a connection. I'm just trying to think about what we do here. Because, I mean, that is fine. There's no problem with that. Should we call this the A40? I don't think we've got an A40 in the city, do we? I'm just trying to make sure this is okay. I mean, that is a very straight road for the UK. Almost too straight. And what was this called? So that's the A40, A4, A4. I can't remember what this one was called. Darn it. I don't know. Not sure, I can't remember, to be honest. But at least we have a sort of relief road as such that goes around here, which is a good sort of start, as it'll do for the time being. And then I want to try and straighten out this railway line. Obviously, it will still be curved here. Oh, it's going to be a disaster. I can feel it in my fingers. I just want that to straighten out slightly. Just to there for the time being. And then we'll think about trying to keep that nice and curved. So then that can go back through the city. Do we want... Do we think that's a bit too much of a curve? It might be okay. It has potential. And then we want this railway line to just basically come all the way in and connect up somewhere here. But because I don't know where I'm putting the station, it's quite difficult to kind of get a feel of where it's going to go. And also, I kind of want to see what new stations are going to be released on the 18th with the new stations pack. So I'm kind of holding off for that as well. Yeah, tough decisions. Hard life we have. Okay, so we've got that road, we've got this road. I'm trying to think what that road was called. Not sure. But I'm thinking station-wise, we obviously want one somewhere around this area. It just makes sense, doesn't it? I'm just trying to think where. And also, I might upgrade. Right, I actually need you to comment on this this one because this might be a controversial decision. I might actually have the road around here as an actual like roundabout, a big road. Otherwise, no one's going to be able to drive anywhere in here if we've just got this massive place kind of closed off. Let me show you. And then obviously we get rid of the majority of these pedestrian crossings. We don't really need loads of them. Blah, 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 blah. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them. Die, die, die. Pedestrian crossings. Yeah, so it's a one way at the minute. So I think we should have a... Oh, you know what? I might actually... I might do that. I think there's loads of traffic lights around here as well, which is not ideal. And do we want... Oh, you can't put grass in these, can you? You can put cycle lanes. Do we want cycle lanes? We can't do anything else other than cycle lanes, to be honest with you. Should we have a look at what the cycle lanes look like? I think the cycle lanes make it look a little bit more posh, a little bit posher. I don't mind that. I think that looks okay. And I think it kind of makes sense, to be honest. But obviously the next thing that we need to do is somehow hook this up to the outside world because we're not very hooked up at all. And the only kind of way that I can think of it at the minute is if we have something like this. I don't think we're going to have much luck with this. Because it kind of makes the road a little bit skew-if, doesn't it? I mean, it works, doesn't it? I think that works. Have we got any guidelines that can help us with this? This is a tough job. Obviously, we have to turn that road around. Oh, it's a little bit weird, isn't it? It is a little bit weird. Urban cohesion. Can you define that for me so I know what you mean? Because I don't actually know what that means. It looks a little bit better with adding... I just don't like these cross walks and zebra crossings. Interesting. I'm just trying to think of how we're really going to do this. Because, I mean, this could work. And it would be quite an interesting part of the city once it's built out, having a weird sort of old layout. The road should go anti-clockwise. Is this not anti-clockwise if you're looking at it from here? Is that not anti-clockwise? Because that's clockwise. But then if you look at it from this way, this is anti-clockwise. Oh wait, that's still... Oh man, my brain is fried, dude. The left side road connection looks off. You mean this, or... I mean, this definitely looks a bit off, doesn't it? I'm not sure if there's much we can do about that. Looking the way that it does. I mean, it's not ever going to be perfect just because of all of the different nodes and pedestrian stuff and all that jazz that's going on here. I think it's just going to stay a bit of a nightmare for anyone and everyone that's trying to get through here. There are multiple centres, all which seem to strangle by American-style highways. The density is too low in certain areas. There's no clear city purpose. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. But I'm doing what I can try and do. I'm doing what I can try and do. Maybe we'll just pretend it's like Milton Keynes or something horrendous like that, which is why it's a bit rubbish. But yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think. So, I mean, that could potentially work. And either we could hook it up to the road here, or we can run it underneath or over. It's quite a difficult decision, really. Because what if we did... Oh, this is the problem, because this is obviously a left hand. We're not going to get much luck. Because it's one way, it's going to be a bit of a pain. And lane math is obviously way off. Way off. And this also looks a bit janky now as well, which is not helpful. I'm too jet lagged for this. Not gonna lie. I am too jet lagged for this. I can't even lie to you. I'm just trying to think how we're gonna make a decent sort of turn into this, because you almost need some sort of way in from here as well, and I don't know whether it's worth just like doing a roundabout or something so that we could have I just want like both directions, if you know what I mean, to be able to go in pretty smoothly. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, how we're going to get those in. It's just kind of annoying. So obviously that's going down, that'll curve in there, but we need to bring that round. And the only kind of way would be literally to just bung it in like that and make some sort of horrendous sort of junction. Because look at the state of that, mate. It's not fit for purpose. You think a three-way junction? What, like, as in we just drag it straight in? And just kind of have something like that and maybe put a little roundabout in it. Because, I mean, that would work. Reverse the one way, problem solved. You're not wrong, however. Need a slightly smaller roundabout. A medium roundabout would be good. So, I mean, that would allow people to go in from each side, won't it? Which would kind of resolve our major issues. But then what I don't want is, if I was to hook it up to here, I don't want people to use this as like a cut through, if you know what I mean. Or do we? Because it'd be quite nice to have this really busy and bustling, you know, like really like kind of busy, kind of like the Rome Colosseum, where it's got kind of a road round it and it's always really busy. It looks like it's full of life and stuff like that. It might actually look quite cool. But that's kind of the issue that we have, whether we want to hook this straight up into here. Kind of similar. Have the bit closest to the river as two-way 4-lane and then use the existing roads to create a ring road. So you think have this as a two-way? The next problem that I'll have with that is this size of the road. I could have it as an asymmetrical. and asymmetrical going that way. Let's just do this and see what happens. Then we also almost need this to be 2 lanes instead of 1 if we do that. But then I feel like there's not like enough lanes to make it look like really big and kind of dominant kind of thing, if you know what I mean. It doesn't look that exciting with a few less lanes, if you know what I mean. I'll do it and I'll see what happens. This bit's really annoying, isn't it? I don't really think there's much that we can do with that. It's all just a bit meh. So if I reverse the one way, it'll be better. What, like that? What, and then redo this? Oh, it'll have to be one way that way if because we can't have people turn in like that, can we? Because that'll be a bit meh. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of lost track of. I'm kind of struggling to bring this how we want it. I mean, it would make sense to have it go 2-way, even if it is just that, but I don't think that should go that way. I think that should go the other way. Big boo-hoo. Is that straight? I don't think that's straighten it out, even if I'm moving. Oh, maybe this. Let's tuck right in there and see what we can do. I mean, it's just this bit, isn't it? That's a little bit. Oh, you mean move these roads? I can't win with this, not gonna lie. So should we have? I mean, it's not awful, this kind of idea, but my plan was to have this going all the way in and then another one going out. You know what I mean? And then we won't need to worry about all of these lanes and stuff. Because then we could literally just have. That's Buzz. Disgusting. Disgusting idea, pal. Oh no, it's all gone skew-if now. It's all gone wrong. Someone call the cops because I'm off my chops. It's not working. Oh man. How's this happened? Might actually be easier just doing this. I mean, it looks a little bit smoother. He says as he notices this bend in the road. I think that's a little bit better. Oh, but it's not symmetrical now. It's slightly skew-if. I mean, you can't notice it that much, can you? You can tell it's not quite right, but you can't tell that it's wrong. So where are we hooking up? We're probably about here, aren't we, really? It's not quite right. It's not quite right. But we might be running out of ideas, to be honest. What's the problem here? Not hooked up properly. Okay, that looks normal. That looks normal again. So we've achieved absolutely nothing and just built another roundabout, which isn't actually a roundabout. Good. Fantastic. And I think something's going on down here as well, because this is all not making friends with each other. Alright, just hold that thought. I'm just going to pop to the loo, and then hopefully when I come back there'll be a very cool idea in the chat about how to fix this or make it look okay. Okay. All right, let's just try this again to make sure it's looking all right. So you think there should be a road out of the top, like going vertically instead? Oh, that's different. We've almost made... I think we're just trying to perfect it too much. I think we're just wasting time trying to perfect it when in reality we're never going to make it perfect, are we? So maybe if we have that road like that, I think that road will be somewhat fine like that as it is. Do we want it to be a two-way road? Not sure if we want it to be a two-way road or not. Should we have a two-way road or not? No, yes, no, yes, no, or just a one-way? Keep the ring as one way. Okay, and then have this as two-way. I would kind of want this to be a four-lane, but I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze it in, unfortunately. Oh, one way. Oh, chaos. I think that's just going to be too large to work. Move the roundabout up a bit. I mean... Yeah, I don't know why that's not completely... Then I don't want to ruin the straightness of the road. I think maybe we'll just leave it as that for the time being, and then actually stop breaking things, because we're very good at breaking things, aren't we? So do you think we should have some sort of vertical road going up here, maybe quite nice and central with this would be quite cool. We could potentially have this as a 4-lane road, maybe. Have kind of like the divider right in the middle would be quite cool. So maybe if we try this, we'll just bring it out for now. Do we want to add a couple of like easy slip? Yeah, it would be a nice, really nice view. That's what I was thinking. Oh, we can't really do any easy slips because we're kind of going the wrong way, aren't we? Wait, one cooler. So they go up there, and then we can potentially fit in some nice, easy slips. We don't really need the easy slips, but don't let dreams be dreams, all right? I mean, definitely don't need these at all. How awful. How absolutely tragic. A Y junction would work. What, like this? Maybe we should extend the Y out to match here. Maybe about there. And then have that as maybe a nice bus lane so that the buses have nice, easy access. Get rid of those U-turns, we don't want them. We don't need any of these unsafe connections, and we don't need that to go to here. So, and that does not need to go to here either. That just needs to go straight down there. That needs to go straight down there. That does not need to be there either. You don't need the bit in the cantle. I think that's okay, isn't it? Don't you think? That kind of makes sense. Oh, or do you mean delete this bit and just have it splitting off? Ah, so I think you mean I get rid of this and then just have them split off separately like that. Oh, maybe should we try that? Let's try that. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a quick old go. So if we bin that off, and then have that there, and maybe that there. Is that what you meant? I mean, that's certainly more of a Y than it was before. And then we could add like a little pathway sort of area in there, potentially. Good work. Make it bike safe. And there's a lot of chaos going on here, I'm not going to lie. We're going to have to rejig this junction, remove the U-turns, remove the unsafe. We don't want you to go there. We only want you to go here. And then we don't want you to go there. Bikes can kind of just do what they want, really. No, they can't. No, they can't. Go away. Stop it. You're not going that way. It's dangerous. I think that makes more sense. Obviously, we've got this little bike section here, but get rid of the traffic lights. Don't need those. Get rid of our desert horses crossings. I don't like the fact that the cyclist is just going to torpedo across all 3 lanes of traffic, so we're going to refuse them to do that. That's probably okay. You can go here. That one seems relatively alright, to be honest. I think that's okay-ish. If we try to do that, it's good, but it's gone a little bit skew-if. You could downgrade the middle bit of road so the slips work better. What, this bit here? Yeah, I could, to be fair. But then I kind of like the fact that it's all the same width. How can I hate this gap. Maybe I should just cover it over with a little bit of surface. What surface is that? I think it's just concrete, isn't it? Concrete surface 1. Can I... Is this going to work? Kind of. Not really. But kind of. Doesn't really do anything other than fill in that gap ever so slightly. But also, who's actually going to walk here, if given that there's not really much walkability from that section to cross over? But it looks okay. It looks all right. I think we should. Oh my goodness. Put some of these decals in this section here, nice and grassy. That's all right. It's not too bad. It's all right. It's average. It's average. But it does look quite cool, to be honest. Once we actually build around this, it's going to look pretty awesome, I think. In my unprofessional opinion. Just a few bushes never hurt anybody. And do we want to make this... I feel like I've made that even more skew by doing that. I don't think I've helped. I mean, it might have helped a little bit. Maybe we should just not look at that. But what we should do is put some bollards in there, because that is a recipe for disaster. Think about the speed that you could get up down here and just ram straight through here. No thank you, senor. Not in my city. Maybe we'll do it on top of these so it looks a little bit less. Maybe it covers it a little bit. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Is it janky because I used move it? No, I reset it afterwards so that it didn't actually do any changes. What's going on there then? That's not quite right. Oh, it's because I'm in fence mode. You know, I don't need bollards that side, it'll be fine. We've got some there, we've got some there. We need to add a few benches or something similar within this little bit so people can sit down and chill. So let's find a few benches, just some normal standard benches, nothing too crazy. Like that. That seems all right, he says. Is there anything else we can kind of put within this section? I mean, we could put this here, which might be quite cool. I don't know if that obstructs. Maybe if that was in the middle, it'd probably be better. No, it's too big. It causes an obstruction. Maybe a few plant pots in the middle, or do we just leave it as it is? Maybe we just leave it as it is. Right. It looks a little bit better. Now we just need to think about what we're potentially going to do with these roads. I mean, there's a lot of movement and space, because that obviously is a one-way that can only be entered from here to here. So we need to make a connection somehow somewhere else. So I don't know where this road should lead to. I think, is that going to look okay with maybe grass in the middle, or do we think that's a little bit too much? Maybe we'll get rid of the grass. Why have you decided that now's a good time for you to just pop back up and mess with me? I could potentially put something here just to stop people from trying to cut through, or we just leave it and ignore it and stop making life difficult for ourselves. I think maybe we'll do the second one. Right, how are we going to connect this road up to somewhere is the big question. Or we could think about maybe running it into this roundabout, but I think we're going to struggle a little bit. Maybe that's not the perfect place for it. Maybe we just keep it simple and add in a roundabout there. And that can just kind of go somewhere else, potentially. A few more cash converters. I wish there was a cash converters. That would make it very British. And my brain is just ticking over at the moment. I'm just kind of ticking over, thinking to myself about how we're going to do this. So, if you're wondering why I'm not speaking much, it's because my brain is just going, do this, maybe do this, no, do this, just talking absolute rubbish. I'm thinking of using, well, yeah, I need residential, maybe the French or German assets, which are kind of like decent sort of height, so that nothing's taller than our cathedral. That would kind of be good. We don't want anything overpowering the cathedral, so yes. I think probably arterial wise, that is probably kind of enough of that potentially. Hard work. Trying to think about where we would run the station through as well. I don't really want it going over here. We probably want it out the back so it doesn't obstruct this fantastic view that you have here. Or maybe we should have it here, but then there's not enough space. But that'd be cool if you got off your train station here, walked out, and then this is kind of the view that you have. That'd be pretty cool. It's quite hard, this, you know, trying to think about what to do. So that's 6 by 6. How big are our French assets? They look all right. What about German? German are kind of the wrong sort of colour. Maybe something like that. Then none of them are really. I don't think we've got any 6 by 6s, do we? The only 6 by 6 ones we have are these ones. I could do JD and Coke, but then I don't know. I have literally no idea what may be coming in the pack, which is the only problem. It could be something twice the size or half the size. I don't really know. What should we do with this green area? Should we just keep it as a green sort of area? Maybe put the decals along it and keep it kind of nice and green, a few trees. Yeah, I think that's nice with a bit of greenery. And then we'll just add a very small amount of trees. What's going on? Just a few of these along that section there, just to make it nice and peaceful. Very cool, very cool. It's going to be quite a big area, isn't it? It's a lot of space to fill, like absolutely loads. So it might be a little bit difficult to do. What I do want is kind of like some of the, I think the French buildings have disappeared. I want maybe like some of these around this edge would be quite cool. Like that would be quite cool to have something like that there. on the corner piece, if you know what I mean. And then obviously we can stretch out that surface to make it look like it's one gap. Could potentially work. We kind of want that to spin round. And then it will tell me that it's got no road connection, because that's the best thing ever. Okay, just when they get into the right spot, it's got no road connection. Oh, there we go. I mean, that looks pretty disgusting, to be fair. So I'm trying to think about whether we have all of this as a park, or whether we start putting some of these buildings down here alongside the river, because I think it'll look pretty cool alongside the river. Like, just for example, if we just had buildings like this just kind of scattered along that waterfront, old style, nice looking buildings, it might look quite cool. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What do you think? Buildings or park area? There's already a decent amount of greenery around here anyway. Is there any corners? Why is there like a severe lack of corners? Buildings in front. Park will make St Paul's look grand. That's a corner. That'd be quite a nice sort of corner unit, wouldn't it? That's another nice looking corner. This is going to take hours and hours and hours to do this, isn't it? And days and days and days. Something like that would... I mean, it would look alright. I mean, that would be quite a nice sort of place to come and have, like, tea and stuff out the front of these in this park area. It'd be quite cool. Hours and days, what makes it fun? You are not wrong, you're not wrong. Although, when I don't have hours and days, it makes it very stressful to try and fit everything in. Do, 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 do. Is that 2 spaces? Oh, it's like 1.5. Maybe have a nice grand building there. And have we got a nice little thin one that could potentially fit in here? Yeah, that's fine. Something like that would be quite cool. That, I think, would look pretty nice. I think that looks over this sort of park area quite nicely. Right, that. Maybe we'll add a bigger one here. And then a little small one just in that middle bit there. Fits pretty much perfectly. I think that'll be quite cool. We just kind of need like a little alley. That just goes in here. And then we can back these ones basically back on the other side, really. Kind of like that, but obviously facing the correct way, because that is not facing the correct way. And it's not right up against the places either, the road. Which is probably why that fitted pretty well and the one before didn't. It'd be nice to have those hooked up to here. One in there. Try and straighten that up slightly. We're going to end up with a bit of a gap. Which I don't understand because I've only been picking 3 deep. You can barely even see that alley. I'm thinking whether we upgrade that to a larger pedestrian street. Yeah, I think we can do that. Maybe we could actually even allow them access. Oh. Looks all right. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. It's just a lot of space to fill, isn't it? There is absolutely tons of the stuff. And then we kind of need to try and mimic the same sort of thing in this section here. At least that'll be some sort of a start, and then we have a decent sort of idea of what we want. in this area. And the good thing about this is it's all residential and we need loads more residents. So this should help us out a bit. How's that happen then? Why is there a little gap? Looks pretty nice. It kind of looks like parts of... There are parts of London with buildings that look like this. And it's given me those sort of vibes, which is quite nice. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And imagine kind of building around that with these sort of assets, having the St. Paul's obviously towering above, which would look great. Yeah, I think we could be on for a little bit of a winner here. Should be all good. That looks pretty nice. That's a nice picture. Just imagine that this is all built up, but that's quite a nice picture. I'd certainly love to go and grab a coffee or whatever from these down here. That'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So let's maybe run a few alongside the river. More horizontal instead of vertical. That would be quite cool. What kind of size have we got? I mean, these are pretty decent for what we want, not gonna lie. They're pretty good. But we just need a couple of corner pieces to help us out with that. That's more curved than the other ones. Maybe we should give that a go. I kind of see, like, imagine like these being nice hotels as well, which would be pretty cool. That's slightly smaller, which is good. We like that. Again, a little bit more variation, which is fantastic. We kind of just need another little corner piece just for the end here. That's a right one. Is there a left one? That looks quite cool. Looks all right. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll leave that just here for now. Because that backs onto here pretty well. Right, we're just going to need to kind of double up a few buildings out the back here to make it blend in a little bit better from this sort of angle. I mean, that will work either side, which is fantastic. That was simpler than expected. Why are they all corners? Probably get rid of that. No. No. Move that one over. Going to be pretty flushed in there, I think. Not bad. Not bad. Looks like York to you. Ah, okay. Okay. Certainly looks very interesting. I'm just thinking about what we do. Like, do we just build it all out, or do we think that's going to be too much? That's the problem that I'm facing. It's kind of like the old town and then the new town right across the river, which is quite cool. No, I don't want you. It looks very completion. Oh, thank you, thank you. That's the wrong facing corner. Boo, boo. Again, the wrong facing corner. Silly me, silly me. Oh, this looks so much better with the riverside kind of done like that. That looks so much better. Get in there. That just needs a little bit of gap filling, potentially. Or there's no kind of surfaces attached to that, is there? Why is there not a surface? That was bizarre that there wasn't any sort of surface attached to it. Come on. Give me one that's not a corner. That'll do. Doesn't really matter that they're actually like overflowing into each other. It's absolutely fine. It's good that that one's kind of slightly at an angle as well. That riverfront looks so much better now with those buildings on the riverfront. So much better. But nobody's moving into them though. I mean, there's a few. I wonder why they're not moving in. Is it because of the pedestrianized zones? Is there not enough access? Is this game doesn't like it? Regency style assets on PDX mods as well. Okay. I didn't know that they were on there. Recolored US Northeast. And some brick decals. Okay. I don't have any brick decals downloaded at the moment. But I can certainly look into that and see how they end up. But that is still, that's looking pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know what to do about the space out the back here. Wonder if we have any kind of signature buildings that would fit in. Do, 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 do. Could we recolor this to make it look? No, of course. I thought recoloring was literally part of the game now. Why can't we recolor vanilla assets? That's all right. Just browsing through and seeing what could potentially be used. That's cool, but it's just exactly the same, really, isn't it? Café de Paris. That's quite cool, but I don't know if we can recolor that coloured roof. There's loads of buildings, but you know when you just like don't know what you're looking for and everything just doesn't look quite right. I'm kind of in that zone at the minute. That'd be quite cool. Anything else? Anything else? I mean, there's that, but again, do we like that? I mean, we could make it fit in. It's not too tall either. Like if we just had that like on the corner somewhere. It adds just that little bit of height to the area. We almost need like a double like that to make it like a. It's almost like a big, like Debenham sort of store. I think we could probably keep that, to be honest. That looks okay. And we just need to kind of fill it out on the other side. That's never going to work. Will this be a video too? No, it's just a stream at the minute. I've just got back from being abroad, so I'm just messing around with it without having to think too much. Video wise, my brain is kind of done at the minute. Yeah, Selfridges is probably a good shout. I obviously won't finish this whole area in this stream, so the next video will probably be me doing this. But yeah. I don't like the way that it's just plain white on the outside. It's not nice. Trying to think of a way to So the only kind of way to cover that up would be to just like extend this whole thing as one, but it will just look ridiculous, as you can see. Just won't really work. I think this is our best bet. It's just to try and just kind of make it work ourselves so it doesn't look too silly. I mean, once we zoom out, you're never really going to notice much. I hope. I need a little corner. Something like that. I mean, it's annoying to look at, but what we'll do is we'll just look at it from this way. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Do we think we should? What should we have here? Do we want maybe some parking? Because there's basically no car parking anywhere. Maybe a little bit of underground car parking, which obviously won't fit. I mean, we can't really have that on the pedestrian street, can we? That's not exactly a good idea. we just give them like somewhere to dump their cars. It kind of just breaks up that little bit, doesn't it? Just a tiny bit. It's looking all right. It's looking all right. I might call it there, to be honest, because it's been 2.5 hours. I don't want to do too much because it will probably ruin the next video potentially. But I think it's looking pretty good. It's quite a nice autosave, not an autosave, just a lag. It's coming together pretty well. We've obviously moved the solar farm and water pumping station. Created this nice road here, which is good. Yeah, it's not too bad. And this is obviously a nice road access too. We just need to kind of build it and build it and build it and build it and hope that it looks okay in the end. But from this angle, it's looking pretty good. Looks pretty nice over there. Pretty happy with that, to be honest. So yeah, we've made some good progress, but obviously we've got loads to do with this area. So yeah, thanks for joining me in this stream. I appreciate your support and appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or day, whatever you're doing. Good night.